Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to the Double Rainbow YouTube Hop presented by the Paper Crafting YouTubers group on Facebook. So I had to think, what do I want to do for a double rainbow? So I'm going to make one with paper, which are the paper strips right there. And then I'm also going to do one. Well, it's mostly going to be gelatos, but I will have a problem and I will be ending up using some watercolor. That white you see on the tray is watercolor anyway. And but the I was looking at the papers and the gelato seemed to be my best bet as far as the colors go. So that's what I start out with anyway. I am adding a little bit of gray to this green. It's not quite the shade that I need. It's kind of close by the time I get done though. It's still not quite the shade, but it's a lot closer than it was at the bright green. I left the papers laying there so I could tell what colors I actually needed. At first I was thinking, oh, I can just kind of leave them over to the side, but I left them there and then I end up splattering on them and I think, oh my goodness. But I just flipped them over. It worked out. But as you can see, I'm using pastel colors because this is an Easter layout. So since my gelatos are Prima pastels, I thought, well, they gotta work. I think it's Prima. I think it's Prima. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. And I should have added a little blue to this instead. I added a little bit of that gray. I don't know what I was thinking. It's been a while since I mixed some colors, I guess. But I add that and I think, oh well, I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. It's going to look different from the one to the left of it. So it'll work, it'll work. And the next one though, oh my goodness, I should add a blue again. I use that gray. It will not get used on my layout. I ended up pulling out actual watercolors, the little tubes, and I'm going to head and use that white that's up there. And I'm mixing a green with a blue and adding enough white to make it lighter. And it's going to work a whole lot better for that last piece of paper than what I had for a few seconds there. It's a good thing I had so many little wells in that little plate there so I could just continue on to the next one and try again. I am just going to put these down there. The papers were originally, except for one, I think, 8.5 by 11 to start with. So I left them at the 8.5 width to go on here. So it kind of was a little farther down than I originally planned in my head, but it worked out. You probably all noticed I didn't show what I'd be using on this layout at the beginning. It's because I had no idea. This is as far as I had it planned. Yeah, I thought I'm just going to go ahead and start with it. I need to get it done so I can get the link uploaded. Well, pasted, posted, or whatever in the Facebook group. And so I thought I'll just sit down and start doing it. Maybe I'll get some ideas. Well, I did. So I'm slowly going to pull the things in that I plan on using. That basket is a Sizzix basket, and I've had it forever and used it on quite a few Easter layouts. I just love that thing. And I am going to use my chicken wire. However, the left-hand side, all you're going to see is a tiny bit of it. You will see more on the right, but just a tiny bit on the left because I kind of got carried away and covered it up. But I wasn't planning ahead, so that's probably what my problem was. I decided to put a little bunny rabbit in the basket, so I'm gonna just make one. I'm using white cardstock and I'm inking the edges with pink since these are my granddaughters. It's Reagan and Charlie, and this was their first Easter. And they have little bunnies. I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to get them to laugh. I had the camera and was trying to get them to laugh. And at the time, I didn't have a digital camera. This was right about the time I first started scrapbooking. I might have done a few pages, and that's probably it. But I wanted their picture, and then later, I thought, why didn't I get a picture of the little bunnies I bought them? They each have them in a hand, but I didn't get them in the photo. And I had them propped up against this pillow that's on my sofa, and it's pretty dark and had little kind of white stitches here and there on there. Well, it looks so dark for this pastel layout. I went ahead and did a filter on it to kind of white the edges out. But I better get back to my bunny rabbit here. I did a 1.5 inch body. I used the same punch that I used for the eggs for the feet. Then I used that Martha Stewart heart punch and my 1/8 inch punch on the feet and some of the pink cardstock. And then I also used one of my EK Success little flowers and did the bunny tail. And I put the feet and the bunny tail up on foam tape. I needed a background there so I could have something to glue my parts to. And so I just cut a piece of that green since that's the color the grass was going to be. And I'm just freehanding the grass, and I'm going to tuck it around the eggs that's in the basket. And then I'll be done. That's all I'm going to be doing to the basket. After I started the video editing, I thought, now why didn't I put a bow on the handle of that basket? So there probably will be a bow in the future within the next day or so, probably. But there is not one on there now. I'll have to decide which one I'm going to go ahead and use on there. I don't remember ever putting a bow on it before, but I was thinking about doing it this time. Um, oh, I'm still working on that grass. It does take a second, but you can make it look any way you want, and as long as it looks like blades, it works. And yeah, I tucked them in, and I'm gonna put some foam tape on it so it can nestle beside the photo and not collapse. In fact, it's going to go over the photo just a little bit. My original plan was just to go across there with eggs, and I'm still going to do that. I just got the idea of the Easter basket and threw it in too. I was looking at it and I thought, well, the eggs isn't going to work unless I do something else to it. So I took another scrap of that green, and I am just using my Fiskars punch and making some grass, and I'm going to tuck the eggs into the grass instead. See how I'm covering up the chicken wire? I really wanted it to show, but I guess it's going to be covered up. I was thinking eggs, chicken wire, eggs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I will have a little bit still showing on the right, though. But while I'm tucking eggs in here and there, I want to mention that down there below, you will find the links to everybody that are doing the hop today, the double rainbow hop. And I am sure you'll get plenty of different variations of what a double rainbow can be. I really enjoy seeing the creativity of the themes of these hops because all it is like a few little words, and then you take it from there. So I couldn't resist. I couldn't wait. I had to go back and put a bow on the basket. So the last photo will have a bow on the basket. Yeah, the more I thought about it, the more I thought, I really need to just go do that. I can just picture it on there. So yeah, I stopped the video and did it. Let's see, where am I at now? Oh, I'm about done. I think sequence is all I have. No, the title and then the sequence. Oh, and I forgot the highlighting. And of course, I waited till after I got foam tape and everything on there, but I am remembering. So I am highlighting them. And I'm doing the basket, the rabbit, and the egg. Yeah, the eggs. Um, my title's just going to be First Easter since that is the girl's first Easter. And there is nothing in that photo to tell that's what it is. I couldn't do very well on that photo at all. I couldn't even get them to smile. They just looked at me. But they still were cute, aren't they? I used its Spellbinders die set for the Easter, and I cut it out twice and layered it. And then that's a Studio Calico Alpha, and it's pretty tiny. It's kind of hard to put on there. Ordered them offline once. I think ordered 3 packages, and I was surprised at how tiny they were when I got them. But you cannot hardly see it there. So there will be a close-up, but it does say first. And then I add sprinkles, and there's the cutest little carrots in there. There's some bunnies too, but they're not quite as cute. They look kind of, well, not that good. I put one of them on there, I think. They're just bunny heads. And there's some bunny feet, and I put the pink ones on there. There are blue ones in the uh, mix. And yeah, there's the little pink footprint. And yeah, there's a good variety in the mix. It's just that the bunny heads are kind of funny looking. You can see one right there. Yeah. And this picture does not have the bow, but the one at the end will. And there's the little bunny feet sticking out the basket. Oh, and there's my first. Isn't it tiny? Yeah, so very, very tiny. And it is green, and there is green sequins, so it went with the layout. And oh, I forgot I did a close-up of this, but I used the hearts from the Martha Stewart punch. And see, the flower works for the bunny tail. And yeah, that's it. That's my layout with the bow up in that upper left-hand corner of the basket. And I do have a flower on there. And I threw a sequins in there for the center. But if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. And thank you all for watching my video. I appreciate that too. Have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun on the hop. Bye.